So while at 3D Printopia, I bought two of these Wham Bam flex plates, the PEX ones for my X1 carbons. Now, I've been using one of them for about 5 or 6 prints, and so far it's worked flawlessly. So you know what? Now it's time to open up the second one for the second machine. One thing I did find out, though, is that whatever glue they use to seal this package, I think it's from another planet, because I tried to peel this thing apart and I couldn't. Well, on the first one. This one, I'm just cutting it open. Make my life a lot easier. Evidently, the cardboard they use is also from another world. All right. Now, I don't recommend doing that because the flex plate is pretty much edge to edge in here, so you don't want to damage it. But I was careful enough, and that's what you get. There's your PEX plate, included scuff pad and instructions as well. So now I'm going to prep this up. It's quite simple, actually. I thought it was a lot harder than it was. I spoke to one of the engineers while I was there, and honestly, he just said how simple it is. A little bit of alcohol, a little bit of scuffing for 4 to 5 minutes, the whole plate, you're good to go. So now I'm going to get that done. The best part, taking off the plastic film. Now, I was careful not to touch this because I didn't want to get any grease on it at all. But look at that. Nice and shiny. And now we get to scuff it up. A little bit of IPA. All right, a lot of bit of IPA. And we scuff. Now, I'm going to say, I'm not saying that I'm doing it the right way. I'm just doing it the way that I think I read the instructions. What the instructions say, I should say. And it's worked for me. So I'm going to scuff it all down until you get all the individual scratches out so you don't see any more scratches, or you see light ones. Something that's not going to affect the prints. You might be wondering why I'm doing this on my Polymaker boxes. It's because I don't want to get alcohol all over my bench. But if I do, it's no big deal. It's just alcohol. And you want to be careful to get all the areas that's going to be printed on. Kind of paid careful attention, rather, or special attention to those areas where the X1 carbon likes to print its lines. And you only have to do this the first time. Once you set up the plate. Oh, and I'm touching it. It's all right. We're going to clean it with more alcohol. A little more. That nice shiny plate is no longer nice and shiny. It's all nice and scratched up. Tell you, give yourself an arm workout though doing this. Now, I'll tell you, I've been very reluctant to buy one of these plates only because of the cost. And also, I didn't know if I was going to get bang for that buck, right? You didn't know if it was really going to do what I needed it to do. Because I'll tell you, I always hated using glue on prints, but doing that, using glue now on a cold plate on the Bambu X1 carbons I got used to it. But having to clean print after print after print was a giant pain. Never had any adhesive issues, but I had occasionally, of course, take the beds upstairs, wash them, bring them back down, reglue them, and thus start the cycle all over again. Pain in the ass. But I finally pulled the trigger on one of these, or two of these, I should say. And I'll tell you, constant happiness with every print. It comes off nice and easy. And best of all, I don't have to clean anything other than the plate. Just got to resand the plate real quick, rescuff the plate a little bit, get all that color off, rescuff the plate very lightly, a little bit of alcohol again, and back in business within seconds. No glue, no mess, nice and easy. And if you worked with alcohols, which you do if you're 3D printing, it's very clean. So, all right, so we get a lot of the contaminants off. There's still some scratches, quite a bit of scratches actually. So we're going to go again. Wax on, wax off. There. I'll probably speed this up because this is boring to watch. It's certainly fun to do. No. This sucks. But again, this is a one and done. Once you do this, you never have to do this ever again like this. Unless I'm assuming maybe there's an adhesion problem or something that you might have to deal with, but I don't see a need for this unless something bad happens. I think I might call that done. Supposed to scuff it, like I said, about 4 to 5 minutes. Pretty sure that's been about that. Yep, just about 6. So we're almost there, if not there already. So I'm going to clean it again. I'm going to use the same paper towel this time that I use a clean one to make sure that I'm absolutely clean. I want to get most of this contamination off. So now you have this semi-gloss shine. It's almost like brushed aluminum or brushed steel, like stainless steel look. There you go. Still some scratches in there. Maybe I'll hit that again. They're so minor. It looks like a lot. They look a lot worse here, but I don't think it's anything that I have to worry about on the prints. But I'm just going to give it a little 1, 2, 3 this way, just to kind of sand them out, so to speak. But for my purposes, it's not a big deal. Minor scratches compared to the glue marks that I had previously. This will be fine. All right, so clean this off one more time. There you go. All right. Get a new paper towel, a little more alcohol. Then we are good to go. The only thing I have to do is add the sticker for the plate detection for the X1 carbon. There's one reason why I absolutely love the idea of these plates is it has the plate detection. I don't have to fake the system or anything like that. It just says, nope, it's a high temp plate. I think it's a high temp plate or smooth PEI, and it works perfectly. The only difference is I do got to print it at like 55 degrees on the bed. Now, I didn't follow the instructions, believe it or not, but it tells you to change your settings in the slicer and whatnot. I left everything as stock. The only thing I did do was make sure that I was printing with the 55 on the bed for the high temp plate. Now I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to put the sticker right where it's supposed to be. Make sure it's nice and clean. Beautiful. Make sure it's within the box. So that way the carbon has no issues reading it. They give you 4 others, so if you do mess it up or they do wipe off or whatever, boom, you got more. And now, there you have it. I'm ready to print. Once the plate's ready to go, I'm going to take out my old cold plate, put in my new high temp plate, and we're ready to go.